He didn't chase headlines. He didn't wave to the crowd. He didn't ask for a statue. Terry Dyson, more than a decade in the shirt. 10 years at the lane, a dozen in memory. No interviews, no demands, just minutes, miles, and silence. He wasn't the captain, wasn't the name in lights. But when it mattered, he didn't blink. He ran, he crossed, he scored, then disappeared. Others shouted louder, he lasted longer. Others took the spotlight. He made sure the job got done. And when everything changed, he didn't take the credit. He made it possible. No mural, no flag, no place in the museum. But those who were there, they remember. Because you don't forget the ones who carried the weight. Subscribe if you believe quiet men should never be erased. Terence Kent Dyson was born on 29th November 1934 in Yorkshire, England. Working class home. No special pathway, no early spotlight. He wasn't tall, wasn't powerful, but he had legs that never gave in, and he used them. There was no academy, no contract at 15, just street football, RAF training, and matches wherever they'd take him. While stationed in London with the Royal Air Force, he joined Scarborough, a non-league side with nothing to offer but a muddy pitch and a shirt. He played wide, tracked back, covered the gaps others left. No tricks, no noise, just movement and discipline. Someone noticed. Bill Nicholson didn't care about flair. He cared about trust. In 1955, he brought Dyson to Spurs. No ceremony, no announcement, just a contract and the first step into a team that would make history. Terry Dyson was 20, and he was ready to run. He arrived in 1955. No fanfare, no expectation, just a place on the fringes. Tottenham were building something, and Dyson had to wait his turn. He trained, he listened, he stayed fit, he stayed quiet. His debut came in 1957, October 20th, against West Brom. A small note in a crowded team sheet. But he was in. He didn't explode onto the scene. He chipped away at the wall, game by game, sub by sub. He earned trust. By the end of the 1958-59 season, he was playing regularly. Not as a star, but as a piece they couldn't drop. He played on the wing, left side, covered his fullback, crossed early, tracked always. Fans didn't shout his name, but teammates relied on him, and Nicholson saw it. He wasn't built to shine, he was built to fit. And by 1959-60, Terry Dyson had broken through. By 1960, he was locked in. No longer rotation, no longer quiet hope, now a starter. Spurs were rising. Bill Nicholson had built something rare, a team that moved as one. And Dyson, he ran the left flank, not for glory, but for balance. Dyson recalled it in vivid terms. The boss didn't mince his words. He told us we were getting lazy and not focusing as we had earlier in the season. Every week, he played. 47 appearances across the season. Quiet, relentless, present. Spurs attacked with fluency. Blanchflower controlled the tempo. Mackay enforced it. Greaves finished it. And Dyson? He ran the margins, the dirty ground, the forgotten lanes. And he made them work. The season kept building. Wins piled up. The noise got louder. But Dyson never changed. Spurs needed every part of the machine, and Terry Dyson was the hinge that never cracked. By spring, Tottenham were chasing history. And Dyson was still in the 11th. Still running. Still unnoticed. Still vital. Everything led to this. A season on the edge of perfection. One match left. All eyes on Tottenham. The headlines were written already: Mackay, Blanchflower, Greaves. But finals don't care for favorites. They care who turns up. And on that day, Terry Dyson turned up. He didn't freeze, he didn't hide, he played like it was any other game, and made it one no one could forget. He pulled wide early, found space, delivered the cross that opened it all. Then, in the second half, he struck. Left foot, outside the box, low, clean, final. Tottenham were in control. History was theirs. But they still needed someone to finish the job. Dyson finished it. No celebration, no arms raised. He walked back to position, because the game wasn't over. When the whistle finally blew, Tottenham had the double. And Dyson had done what most would never mention. He changed the final, he secured the season, and still he stepped out of the frame. He could have faded after the double. He didn't. The medals came. But so did more work. As he once said, years later, "I was proud to play my part in that side, but I was never one for fuss." In 1961, he played the North London derby at White Hart Lane. Arsenal were flying, Spurs were louder, but Dyson was sharper. 3 goals, no theatrics, just execution. He became the only Spurs player to ever score a hat-trick in the North London derby. They didn't put it on a mural, but those who were there remember. He kept playing, kept running, kept his place. In 1963, Tottenham made history again, first British team to win a European trophy. He ran past legends that night. 2 goals in a European final. No interview, no headlines. Cup Winners' Cup final. Dyson started and scored. Twice. No press tour, no parade for him. Just medals in a drawer. And his boots still laced, ready for the next game. He gave them goals in Europe, he gave them dominance at home, and they gave him silence. Others collected tributes. He collected distance. By 1964, the noise had shifted. New faces, new systems, same game, different pace. Dyson was still there, still fit, still giving. As Dyson once said himself, "I did not dive. Anybody who knows me will tell you that is not my way." But the spotlight had moved, not because he failed, but because time doesn't stop for anyone, especially not the quiet ones. He left Spurs in 1965, 209 appearances, 55 goals, 2 European medals, a double, no press conference, no curtain call. He signed for Fulham, played 2 more seasons, then moved to Colchester United. Lower leagues, harder grounds, same work ethic. Even at the end, he didn't chase applause. He chased the ball. Most never noticed he had stepped away. But that was always his way. He came without noise and left the same. He never chased fame, never called attention to what he'd done. And because of that, many forgot. No grand testimonial followed him into retirement. No media campaign, no tribute match. But in every reunion photo, every teammate's smile, his presence always spoke for itself. But those who played with him never did. Those who marked him still remember how hard he ran, how honest he played. No theatrics, no shortcuts, no half shifts. He didn't argue with refs, didn't dive, didn't perform. He tracked back when others walked, pressed when others watched, crossed when others cut inside. He was football without decoration. Ask those who played in that side Blanchflower. Mackay, Smith, Greaves, they knew he wasn't the star, but they knew he made their jobs easier. And when the boots came off, he didn't beg the game to remember him. He just let it go. Quiet men don't need to be carried. They walk out on their own. Some names echo for decades. Others fade quietly, not because they lacked greatness, but because they never asked to be seen. Terry Dyson never chased attention. He just did his job and stepped back. He gave Spurs a double, Europe, derby goals, and 200 matches that held the team together. He wasn't the face of a generation, but he was the reason it worked. Ask those who played, ask those who watched closely. They'll tell you, he mattered, but the ones who shared the pitch with him never forgot. In 2021, Cliff Jones shared a photo with the caption, "With my great pals, teammates Terry Dyson and Terry Medwin." He's 89 now, still around, and he's still here, watching, quietly, still listening for the ones who remember. If names like his still matter to you, subscribe. Because some legacies disappear when no one speaks them aloud. So speak it now, not out of nostalgia, but because it's true. Terry Dyson, winger, runner, champion. And the kind of man football used to be built on.